Welcome to the show. This is Kenneth Muyingo, and with me I have a special guest, Anam Qureshi. Did I say that
Hello.
right?
Yes, you did.
Thank you. And she is a published author, and we're going to be having a wonderful conversation with her. And before we get into that, I just wanted to mention this. If you watch this interview anywhere else besides in the group, Become an Author and Write Your First Book, we invite you to come join the community of like-minded people who are writing their first books and becoming authors. And with that said, I would like to get into the interview by asking our guests to say hello to our viewers and listeners.
Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure. And thanks for Kenneth reaching out to me. I'm honored, honestly, because it's the first step to actually share my experience and why I was inspired to do what I did. So thank you, Kenneth, for giving me that opportunity, honestly.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it.
You're welcome. And this is why we created this platform, to give an opportunity and an audience to voices and to people who have something to say. If somebody's watching this interview and they would like to know more about Anam, what can you share with them about you?
I would say they can easily reach out to me because let's face it, it's a digital era. You can reach out easily anytime. So of course they can reach out to me through Facebook, Instagram. They can reach out through Goodreads. I'm everywhere. But then again, they can reach out to me through my book because I'm behind the words, right?
Very nice. Yes,
So
indeed.
more over there rather than them reaching out to me on social media.
Most definitely. That's very well said. Thank you so much. And so you have published a book. Do you have a copy of it there with you?
Yeah, I do, definitely.
Can we see?
Ta-da!
And it's patience
And faith.
patience and faith.
Yes, a
Wow.
journey series, Patience and Faith. It's book 1.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful book.
It
Patience
is.
and faith. Those are two very powerful words.
They are
What
definitely.
inspired you to write this book?
First of all, I wholly dedicated this book to my mom. All right.
Wow.
Because these two words, patience and faith, they have been drilled into us, as in me and my sister, since we were kids.
Yeah.
And we grew up to see our mom practicing that day and night.
Yeah.
And it was something that it just inspired me because she is such a strong woman that I don't know, I was a teenager when I wrote this book, honestly,
Yeah.
and just grew up and I saw her acting out, practicing all of this, being so patient against everything that was thrown in her life towards her, from friends, family, society, everything. It's quite hard for women to live, you know, even if it's an advanced era, it's quite hard.
Yeah.
So I just saw her struggling day and night and still keeping a smile on her face. I guess I created this whole imagination in my head as a teenager. I just came up with a story.
Yeah.
I represented my mom's character. Maybe I didn't do justice to her character, honestly, but
Yeah.
I just in some way took some part of her and I created this beautiful character who literally inspired 300,000 people on a platform when I first wrote this book, the first edition.
Yeah.
And many young girls were inspired by the character called Hur in the book. Her name's Hur.
Yeah.
And Hur is actually, it means purity. It means, it's a beautiful name, honestly.
Yeah.
And she's my inspiration. Like if anyone reads this book, they should know that they are, because I maybe did not do justice to my mother's character. So they are, let's say 5%, they're reading about my mother. You know, it's just, it's not her story, no, but I'm talking about the character. That's how I was inspired to write about patience and faith. And no, it's not about patience and faith only. It's a romance book. you know, and it's about the character's own struggles.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful story, honestly. I mean, I'm connected to it a lot for far too many reasons.
And then, wow, that's amazing. I, I I'm excited about this. I have a feeling we're going to have a wonderful conversation here. I want us to first take a step back. So you said you wrote the book when you were a teenager. What was your first experience? So you've mentioned about your mom and seeing her growing up, but tell us about your first experience with writing. When did you discover writing and what was that like?
I love books. Oh my God. I could live in a library. I just love books. I could not care about anything if I was in a library
Yeah,
for ages. So because I didn't have the means to buy books and have a library of my own at my home, you know. So I started looking online, and my sister taught me how to look for books online and how to. She's the one who used to suggest me books after reading them. She knew
yeah,
what kind of books I liked. So
yeah,
I used to search, and then by searching, I came across a platform called Wattpad.
yeah.
Okay. And when I started reading there, I slowly got to know that you could also write. Okay, I was just discovering the application, and after reading so many talented books, I was like, I don't know, something just hit me so hard. I started writing books. Can you believe it? I actually deleted 5 books in my time because I started when I was 13.
Wow.
So I deleted so many nonsense books. You have no idea. I just kept writing and writing and just kept writing chapters upon chapters. I don't even remember what I wrote about.
Yeah,
But Patience and Faith was my first book that I took serious. And it was only because of the response I got by the audience. They are
yeah.
the ones who encouraged me to actually keep writing. And they are the ones who actually turned this into a series. There are actually 3 books under the series.
Wow.
They were the ones who empowered me. Yes, my family supported me, my mom, my sister, but it's mainly because of the Wattpad audience, because they fell in love. The way, I mean, I can't even explain the love they showed me during my time as a teenager.
Yeah.
So that's how Patience and Faith is now published in 2021 after so many years.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah.
This is good. And you mentioned the community of Wattpad that was very supportive and helpful. Um, would you say that this was part of the reasons that kept you going or like pointed you in the right direction? Maybe I can rephrase the question. If somebody is wondering how to get started, what would you recommend to them?
Well, because I found Wattpad by chance, it just fell in my lap. It was all in my fate. I was
Yeah,
fated to find Wattpad. Let's just say that.
yeah,
I would say that it's not just about writing. If you have any sort of passion or any sort of hobby, you should really do that. Like I had a hobby of reading. I loved it.
yeah,
And just because of reading, I found writing.
yeah,
So maybe someone out there likes to do something, and when they start actually focusing on it, because we're in an era where we have to make money, we have to work our ass off, right?
yeah,
So it's the time that it's hard, it's not easy for us to give ourselves time.
yeah.
So if you have something you like, you have to do it, because trust me, by giving yourself 1 hour, you might find something and a huge opportunity, and we don't even know it. It's just it's all fate. Trust me, it's fate.
Amazing. So the title of the book is Patience and Faith. And looking at like what you were just sharing about, most people when they think about the things they would like to do, they don't have the patience that is required to follow through on seeing the things through to their completion.
Hmm.
What can you share with them, knowing what you know, that now you've been on this journey and now you have this book, Patience and Faith, published?
It's first of all, God is the one who rewards us. God is the one who gives you patience.
That's right.
He never burdens you beyond what you can take. He will always do something that is best for you.
Yeah.
So when we are in a situation which we think is too much for us, or we think is too less for us, we, by the grace of God, we learn to be patient. It's automatic. It's part of being human.
Yeah.
Even though, trust me, many times I got impatient. There were days I stopped writing. Like for 2 years, I stopped writing. If you see my Wattpad posting wall, you would see a lot of my fans are messaging, when are you continuing? When is the next update? It's full. And I think some of them probably hate me right now, honestly.
Yeah.
But at times I gave up because I was so busy with life that I was like, I couldn't get the words.
Yeah.
So the same thing is with people. If they have something they want to do and they believe, they just have to believe in themselves, faith. They have to have faith in themselves that they can do it. The patience comes automatically. Trust me. They just have to have faith. As long as they believe in themselves and in God, the patience comes with it. The time automatically comes with it. Priority, goals, it's all in front of you. But if you don't have faith in yourself, you would be lost. Definitely.
Amazing. Let's see that book again, please. It's wow, there it is. Patience and Faith.
Book one. Wait, let me show you the inside. My mother, there's a video I posted on social media. Okay. Yeah. And I through a friend, I gifted this book to my mother, and it was the first copy through Amazon that was delivered. So the first copy of my book was in my mother's hand. Now she's in London. Okay. And the situation was like, she's not in front of me and everything. So it was very emotional and very connecting because she's my mom. The book was dedicated to her. I was inspired by her. So her having the book in her hands was truly emotional. So I had my father, I told him, I was like, look, you have to record her. Okay. I just want to see her expression. So I shared that recording on my social media. Okay. And the look on her face was something I still feel amazed about. That's the only thing so I'm happy I published this, even if no one buys it, I'm okay. Because my mom, the look on her face was enough for me. You understand? Wow. Yeah. When she went through the pages, she was legitimately like this. She opened each page and she touched every page. She literally went through it. And then in the end, imagine, look at my face. I'm literally going through and I'm like, Mom, how do you like it? And she went through and in the end, she's like, did you really write this? Mom, I literally, from 7 C's, I sent you a book and you're asking me if I wrote it or copied it. Are you serious? Don't you have any faith in your daughter? She's like, you can't write 375 pages. And I was like, seriously? I've been writing since I'm 13. She's like, you've been writing since you were 13? So that's what you were doing on your laptop. Are you serious? So maybe some people think that it was a good moment. She believed me. In the end, she believed me. And then when she got to know the book was dedicated to her, she was happy, but she was confused. Why did you dedicate a book to me?
Well, I'm curious, what was your response?
I was quiet because I didn't have an answer to that. Because just think of it. You write 375 books. You go through awful pain of publishing it yourself and designing the cover. I got the cover designed myself and everything. So just imagine months and, too much investment, time and everything. And then your mom asked you, why did you dedicate it to her? And I was just staring at my book and I was like, tell me you're worth this. So, alhamdulillah, that small conversation we had that day when she actually had the book, some parents don't actually show their emotions. My mom does, and that was part of her emotion. She was shocked. She was so shocked that my dad later told me that she sat and she went through the book so many times.
Wow.
And I was, that's it. I was too happy because honestly, I'm struggling in selling my book. But then again, I never wrote the book for it to be sold. This was just by chance.
Yeah.
The main purpose was for me to develop writing. I'm still learning and I want to learn forever. So the main part for me was to actually be patient. Can you believe I'm writing for 9 years and I published in 2021?
Wow.
So it's a huge thing for me. It's a part of my development as a human, as a daughter.
Yeah.
So seeing that proud moment on my mom's face, it was alhamdulillah, it was amazing. I would say never stop chasing your dreams. Really.
Yeah. Wow. Very beautiful indeed. Amazing story. Thank you so much. And this is just wonderful. Like, I mean, like you share about this whole journey of just getting to this point and you write the book and you publish it. Looking at it now that the book is published, and if you could look back a bit before the book was published, I was having a conversation with someone sometime and another interview, and they said the book that most changes your life is the one that you write yourself. Would you say that this book has changed your life?
It was always part of me. Like, I can't say that it changed. Yes, it developed a lot of things in me because while I was writing something I was inspired about, I was learning from my own words, because we have to do research when we're putting words together. And the book I published is second edition, which means the first one was a mess, right? Imagine I got so much love on the first one. So I'm curious as to what kind of support I would get in the second one. So it's always been part of me. I can't consider it changing me because I literally feel that it's part of me. It's like half of my body. You understand?
Amazing, yeah.
So I can't say that it changed because the way I developed step by step, this is going with me.
Yeah.
So no matter what happens in life, I would keep writing and I will learn, but there's nothing to feel that something would be changing, you know, like I hope I answered your question right, because honestly, it's a tricky one. It's like asking a mom if having a son changed anything. Do you get it?
Yes, I get it. Yes, you answered it perfectly. Thank you so much. And you sound like a very creative person, Anam. If somebody's watching us and they feel like I would like to write, but I'm struggling with ideas, yeah, what can you share with them about being creative and getting ideas for writing?
Okay. 1, have to be patient. 2, have faith in yourself. 3, research. Do a lot of research. Start searching, start looking at what's best. If you feel that, okay, you want to write on a topic that's, let's say, about travel, have a small trip. You don't have to cross the world. You can go to the next town. You can go to the town you never visited.
Indeed.
You don't have to have an expensive trip to actually know what traveling is about. Traveling is about going to someone's house down the street. Just have that small experience.
Indeed.
In that small moment, you would find that you just met someone, you just passed someone, you just saw something. You just saw something motivating, something sad, something happy, right? And it taught you something. And at that moment itself, it could inspire you. Something happening in that specific moment could inspire you. And when you come home, you're going to rush, you're going to run, and you're legit going to start writing it.
Wow.
You're going to start writing. Before our phone time, people used to, you know, break pens. They used to break the nib of the pen. Because they used to write quickly, that they're going to forget the words. Then the typewriters came. They used to typing, and then the typewriter, the typewriter used to stop working.
Yeah.
Something used to happen.
Yeah.
And now in my time, when I used to come up with a story, even if it was in the middle of me preparing for my exam, if I'm washing dishes, if I'm with guests, or if I'm traveling, I come up with an idea, I take out my phone and I start typing. I don't leave it for, and I see something.
Yeah.
I just saw a woman kissing her child's forehead.
Yeah.
It's not related to my book, but it clicks something in me.
Yeah.
And I start writing. So if you know you want to approach something, you have to go for it. Take small steps, but just do it. As soon as you do it, you're going to find that you can actually achieve a lot of things.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Great advice. And thank you so much. And very powerful indeed. There's a lot of gold in there. It's because the experiences that we have, if we can only just become aware of what we are experiencing and to reflect on it and to take the lessons out of it, there's real value in it. And also just paying attention to see what's happening around us.
Definitely.
Deeply transformational. And you have shared quite a journey. You mentioned about your sister, your mother, and the journey that you've been on for 9 years writing the book. I'm curious, what would you say is the one thing that has happened to you personally that has had the greatest impact on you writing books?
A lot has happened, honestly. Ever since I started understanding what life was like, I saw a lot of things. I struggled with my family, with a lot of things, and I've been through a lot with my family. That itself was a blessing, and it taught me a lot. Till this day, it has created a fire in me that cannot ever go away.
Yeah.
It keeps building and building and building, and it's going to take me forward no matter what. You understand? So that personally, whatever happened in that short period, and whatever happens, whatever is happening, it keeps me going. It just keeps me going. So that is what inspired me, and I honestly think that's what changed a lot in me. The book didn't change me. The time, the blessed moment God had gifted us in all these years, that definitely changed me, and it has come to a stage that I am here sitting with you, talking about it. Maybe in the future I'd be talking about it with everyone, or maybe I won't. Maybe I would be a lost author. But the point is that I reached that stage through all of that. So yeah, I would say that way.
Wow. You are here, and it is now.
It is now.
And it's amazing. Thank you so much, Anam. It is, wow. This is why I like to do these interviews, because I just love the value that people share out of their experiences and what they've been through. And looking at right now where we are as the human race, the year 2020 was challenging in many levels or in many aspects, most especially with the pandemic that hit the human race. And it didn't matter where we were living geographically, we were all affected. And some people feel like life is just unfair because of what they've experienced because of this pandemic. What can you share with them, knowing what you know through the journey that you've been on yourself?
Life is unpredictable. Let's just face it. It's not unfair, but it's unpredictable. Whatever life throws at you, grab it. Good or bad, just take it. Take it wholeheartedly, because we don't know if we're going to live tomorrow. We don't know if we're going to see tomorrow. What we do know is that today, what's happening right now, is what we have. So just grab it and use it to your advantage. Even if it's bad, twist it around, use it to your advantage, make it good.
Yeah.
You have to. That's just how we have to go on with life. There's nothing to be it's hard for a lot of people. Let's face it. It's easy for us to say who by the grace of God have a job, who have a roof. There are many people who are struggling, who are on the street. I honestly can't say the same for them, because throwing words at them is easier said than done. But then again, overall and as a general message, I would definitely say just grab whatever you get in life. It's an opportunity itself. Life is an opportunity itself. So we have to go for it no matter what.
Most definitely. Very well said indeed. Thank you so much. It's wow, this is good. This is good. Just whatever life throws at you, just grab it. And
just grab you messaged me, right? Didn't you message me? I mean, I honestly have 2 essays to submit to my instructor right now. I'm a uni student. So I do a 9 to 6 job, then I do university. I could have said no. I could have said, you know what, I don't have time, even if I wanted to do it. But then again, I'm like, you know what, it's just 45 minutes. Go for it. I submit my essay at 12 a.m. It's okay. I can manage. That's the thing. You just have to grab what's, just take it.
Amazing.
Do it.
Amazing. Wow.
Don't wait for anything.
Now I'm feeling fired up. Thank you so much. It's this is good. This is good. Just take it. It's like you reminded me. Somebody said when somebody asks you if you can do something and you're not sure, say yes and then figure it out later.
Yes. Just say yes. Think about it later. Even if it was the worst decision of your life, you have plenty of time to regret. But then again, from that one regret, you're going to learn a huge lesson. And that one lesson will save you from 10 mistakes.
Most
so
definitely.
It's okay to make mistakes. Just do it. Don't
just
stop.
Do it. Just do it. Wow. Wow. This is good. It's this is very good. And if somebody's watching us and they would like to get a copy of Patience and Faith, where can they get the book?
They can, because I self-published, I honestly, I tried to reach out to so many distributors. I even got scammed, right? I lost so much money because someone scammed me in order to publish my book. So I was, I gave up in between, but then my sister pushed me to self-publish on Amazon. So you can find it on Amazon Kindle easily. And I'm still struggling to find distributors. And once I do, then hopefully they can stay tuned on my page and they can get to know where else they can get the book from. But for now, it's on Amazon.
Very nice. We'll put the link, the Amazon link with the interview so that people can access the book.
Definitely.
Most definitely. And if somebody watches this interview and they would like to continue this conversation with you, or they would like to ask you something personally, what's the best way for them to reach you?
They can message me anytime, the same way Kenneth did.
Awesome.
Right?
Yes.
Kenneth just went for it. He just did it. He didn't stop, right?
No.
He didn't have opportunity, right?
Exactly.
So they can do the same. And I will grab the opportunity without a blink.
Yeah. Very nice. We'll just put the links for your social media handles so that people can just reach out and connect with you. And thank you so much for making time for this, Anam. I just want to ask, is there something else that you would like to share with our viewers and listeners that I was not able to ask you in the interview?
Please read book 1 before you read book 2, which is releasing in March next year. Don't read book 2 without reading book 1. You're going to be lost. You're going to be lost and there won't be any opportunity to go back. That would be a bad mistake. That's a regret you can't learn from. Other than that, I think we covered a lot. It was honestly a pleasure to discuss all of this with you. It was quite fun. It was fun, honestly. There's nothing much to say, but just be patient. You know, everything that happens in life happens for good, and the best part is we have fun. We just accept it, and we are blessed with it. So never give up on that. Never give up on your dreams either. Even if you don't want to be an author, it's okay. Write a shitty poem, send it to your lover, and get on with it. That's it. You just have to do it in the end. So just chase your dreams.
Indeed. Wow. Thank you so much. And this was wonderful. And I will sure be keeping in touch with you.
Inshallah, yes, yes, we will.